Alright, come on. Come on. Load in the game. We've already started the stream up again, so... But need the... Go. Yep, we need that on the base as well. Oh, that's not good. How'd that happen? Making the atmosphere first is usually a good idea. Well, actually, let me rephrase this. It depends on how you want to go about the atmosphere. If you're making it breathable for you, get the atmosphere up first. If you're making it favorable for the plants, i.e., pure CO2, get everything down first. Yeah. Get that breathing efficiency up. Yeah, you're hurting yourself by doing that. Because you can boost your breathing efficiency if you have more CO2. Okay, and that's exactly what I was waiting on, is because when you guys join, it locks my game up. There we go. Yeah, I'm hungry. Oh, in fact, yeah, I need to eat. But yeah, my lungs aren't happy. In fact, we have a bottler. You need to go to the greenhouse. Alright, where were we? Alright. Oh yeah, I know where I was. I remember now. I need to make a battery. Oh, that's right, that's right.
Power low. Oxygen low.
Yeah. Remember how I was trying to explain to him that the bigger the airlock, the more it takes to cycle? Now you know why I was trying to explain it to him. Oh, do we have... No, we don't have a power shortage. Did cable burn out? Yeah, cable burnt out. Alright. Well, I already plan on moving everything and doing something completely different, so... Where was I? Oh, that's right. I was coming up here. Because... Alright. Vent. Uh, because it had to go somewhere. So that guy is facing that way. So that, oh, that's right, because originally we had it actually facing a different way. We could throw that one away. Like, the only reason we haven't taken it apart and thrown it away is we need to get the recycler up and running. So my thought on this, let's just make a second daylight sensor. Well, no, because right idea, wrong reason. This is already positioned perfectly to get the vertical. It's horribly positioned to get the horizontal. So what we need to do is we need to place uh, a daylight sensor. And the reason I moved it this way is we need to have the daylight sensor facing this direction with the data point facing towards the solar panel, and then that will provide the horizontal, if I understood right. All right. Again? Where'd that gold go? There it is. I found it. I found it. It got knocked into the printer. Yeah. There will be other ways in a bit. Yeah, I don't feel like powering it up just for that. Speaking of leaving things on, I'm gonna pick up the laptop because we shouldn't leave it just laying about.
Waste tank caution.
Nope. Mm-hmm. So, magic is the greenhouse just needing CO2 now? Is the airlock working like it should? All right, then I'm gonna go empty my waste tank into it. And by the way, there is another way to get CO2 since we are on Mars. I feel like I'm in a monster movie and something's stalking me. All right, let's see here. So, we need to get rid of the pollutant in the atmosphere, but we can, that's easy enough to do. Uh, but if you have your tablet and you have the atmospherics card in it, you can go outside and read the planet's composition. It's about 94% CO2. So we can set up some filters. So you make an atmospheric kit, find the filter option, and then you can print CO2 filters and then filter the CO2 from the atmosphere outside. What's up? What's up? Laptop. Gotcha. I didn't say a portable scrubber. I said you get an atmospherics kit and
Hydration
use
unit
the
online.
filter option. Let that charge up. I'm assuming Magic just swapped out his battery for the battery that was in there. It was, oh, okay. It was creative. All right, so I'm in a good spot. I can take off my suit. And with the suit off, I can take the battery out and charge the battery. So, uh, hydraulic pipe bender, atmospherics kit. Scroll through the options and pick the filtration option. Well, I has tunes has moved on, but it was good to see him. He used to be my roommate, and like, here's the funny shit. Here's my roommate during COVID, and why COVID was going on. I helped him get Twitch affiliate. Uh, but at the time, I was running 2 community centers, so me getting Twitch affiliate was the furthest thing from my mind. But like, Monday was Metal Monday, Tuesday was Tech Tuesday, uh, Wednesday I gave blood, and this didn't do anything at the community center because at the time I did not live in town, so I had to travel to the blood center and then travel back. Uh, Thursday was 3D Thursday. Friday was Friday Fun Night. It was my day to have fun doing what I wanted. Saturday was oh, Saturday was supposed to be my day to work on projects, but it basically became facilities day where I spent most of the day doing improvements to the community center. And I would start the day by giving blood and then going over to the community center. And Sunday was get the shit done that I need to get done day. Uh, Saturday I would leave before dawn and I wouldn't get back till about 2 a.m. on Sunday. Yeah. Uh, I didn't have time to play games. Nope. Come on. All right, 66%. Oh, that's
Oxygen low.
Let's deal with this low water problem. I do not know why you decided to make the airlock so massive. Yep, yep, yep. As long as you clean up the mess. I will be working on a better system shortly, but it might take me a while. Alright. Because Creative knows the type of systems I build for the deep miners. I usually get pretty elaborate with it.
Oxygen low.
Yeah, you already have the airlock set up.
Oxygen low.
Alright. So, where did the steel go?
Oxygen low.
Yep. You assume correctly.
Oxygen low.
It can improve efficiency, but not needed. Again, not a bad idea, but not needed. Again, the statement is, again, not a bad idea, but technically not necessary to get the system up and running. So it depends on your risk factors. Oh, solid point, mage. Solid point. Oh. I thought you were supposed to clean up the mess. I have nickel and silver. Here we go. I need steel, solder, copper, and gold. Hey, how's it going, Go Ultra Plus? Glad to see you again. I got plenty of gas in my jetpack. I'll just do that for now. Oh, we forgot to do that. You are correct. In my defense, you didn't hit me up either, so I know your response is you're used to me doing it. I'm well. I was going to play some Minecraft, but chose otherwise. Okay, what's this? Uh, passive is what you need. A active vent can improve efficiencies. Which that's one of the other statements you'll hear a lot about this game is, oh, if you do that, you can improve efficiencies even if it's not strictly necessary. Okay, and Geronimo. Do you have a Discord? Yes, both Creative and I have a Discord. Okay, I'm glad. I was even going to say, it should be in a... Okay, you found it. I'm happy to hear you found it. I need to do more with it now that the honeymoon is over, but because I no longer have that excuse. Yes, bear in mind, a pressure regulator is very slow. I do not disagree. It's just something that needs to be said about it since you're new. The more advanced version is to get a turbo pump and control it with IC and a sensor. Okay. How do I want to do this? All right. Wait, how many vents do you have? You'll need 3. You need an intake, a filtered gas outlet, and an unfiltered gas outlet. So, for those watching, Creative and I have gone very far in this game previously on our own. Magic Gnome is new. And sadly, his first death of stationeers was not caught on film because he did it while we were busy at our jobs and he was not, and he was in solo, and learned why you shouldn't put an entire stack of ice into the furnace. Now, we're all laughing because everyone who's played this game, who didn't do research ahead of time, knows exactly what happened. Oh, and a fun fact: the temperature does not matter if you have a pressure release event. It will have an explosion regardless. My first death was filling a gas canister with cold air and then warming it up. Mine was heavy, like it was very like we got to watch Mamuji do a very similar. Yeah, you kind of build in a frame, and next thing you know, your suit is damaged, and you're like, "Where'd my suit go?" And you're dead. Because by the time you realize what's going on, you've already succumbed to the vacuum. Yeah. Alrighty. So we're gonna need a lot more steel. Yes, I have played on all the planets, including the asteroid belt. Vulcan makes you sad. Why does Vulcan make you sad? Because there's a few reasons Vulcan could make you sad. Because there's no Spock. So difficult to make it cold enough to do anything useful. I didn't really have that problem. Like, both on Venus and on Vulcan, I did not have. Woo! Okay, hello. I did not have a problem making it cold. Uh, my first run on Venus, my biggest problem was having enough surplus power that after I made it not baking temperature, having power to do anything else, I managed, but my first attempt on Venus, I was inching along because I didn't understand how to make good power. Uh, Now, if we were to do it, I would probably have a very functional base very quickly because I know what I'm doing. When it comes to getting a functional base up and running that can survive a Venus temperature, if you ask me about Larry's, I know about them in theory. Like, Creative and I were able to help Mumanji get his up and running. So I do have an understanding of it, but not enough to write it for myself from scratch. I do eventually want to. Yeah, Creative does. Uh, if I remember correctly, I even helped you out a bit with your code. Uh, but I need to learn how to do it from scratch. Creative even got fancy with the cargo Larry. It is not a mod. It is the sensor glasses. It is this playthrough is pure vanilla. Uh, the sensor lenses used to be a mod, but then they became part of the game. Yeah, he even got auto production up and running. Yep. So last time you played was phase change. Gotcha. Yeah, a lot's changed since then. Uh, rockets are very different since then. Uh, chickens are no longer immortal beasts that just proliferate till all eternity. And sadly, our chickens have already gone to waste, so we'll have to find a trader with it. But there is no more chicken apocalypse. Before we got I got distracted by the train update, and I kept waiting for them to make that a bigger thing, and they're sort of dragging their feet for a good reason. I was doing a Europa playthrough where I was trying to keep a chicken alive, and I have to say, I have never struggled to stay alive in this game. I struggled to keep those chickens alive. It took 3 chickens before I was able to keep one alive. Well, part of that was the whole keeping a chicken alive was kind of an afterthought. Originally, I was not planning on having any uh, atmospherics or any of that because I was doing the whole, hey, Europa's super cold, which super screws with batteries. I had a friend give me she bought me the DLC droid. I'm like, I might as well use it because if you're going to use it, Europa's the biggest challenge. Uh, so by the time I said, hey, I want to get the chickens alive, uh, I had a very limited time and I had to get an atmospherics controller, start growing wheat to feed the chickens, and the first 2 starved to death because the wheat wasn't ready yet. But I was able to get the wheat up and running for number 3 and was able to keep him alive. But yeah, the sensor lenses make mining so much nicer. I don't. Have you set up the atmospherics thing yet? All right, so there should be an input and the 2 outputs. You need to pipe off of those and put the vents where you want those gases to go. So if you're doing like I suggested to try to get the CO2 from the atmosphere in there, you want to have the input on the outside of the building with the vent on the outside. You want the filtered gas pipe to go inside the building. Oh, my Discord sounds are muted? Oh, I know why. I know why. Thank you for pointing that out. So no, I have not been talking to myself Ultra Pro. There are 2 others in. It's just every so often Discord and OBS get a little confused. Thank you, Bill. And good to see you. Where were we at? Oh yeah. You want the filtered gas pipe to go inside the greenhouse with a vent, and you want the unfiltered gas pipe going outside.
Which side is filtered? Which side is unfiltered?
If you look at the pipe piece, it will tell you.
It's nice to see you, Bill.
I'm coming to help.
Ah. Unfiltered, filtered. Ah, okay. I see
Okay,
it.
so you see that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the two unfiltered go outside. The one filtered, I can just put a pipe and
Yeah.
like and a vent.
Okay.
I need food though.
But it's supposed to be down there.
All right, that should be hot enough to melt. So
Maybe
one,
it's supposed to
one,
be.
two, three.
Confirm.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Hmm. So I'm assuming he didn't hear me explain what I had done.
Uh, if Bill is to be believed, which he usually is, it means Ultra Pro did not hear anything you or Magic said.
Unfortunate.
But it does mean that Magic heard what you said.
Yes. I do think I need a little bit more power over here. Unless I want to keep adding coal, which I don't really feel like doing all the time. What do you think? Like one or two more upright wind turbines? You think that should do good for most
I
power
would try
for
to,
now?
instead of doing upright turbines, just because this is
Do the
something
other
I
turbine?
do not like about the game is the upright turbine is the tiny little one, and the one that you think would be called the upright turbine is actually just called wind turbine.
Ah.
Oh, and uh, my power on my save, it was I don't know how many solar panels it was, but it was enough for like charging, like during the day. It would do 2 heavy wires. Is I think I'm pretty sure I did the math for having 1 heavy wire constantly.
So where's our electrum? Because someone's being very okay. There it is. Like someone's being very messy with the ingots, just being thrown everywhere.
Other than me.
All right, that looks like I can make 5. So we're gonna make 5 more of those.
Mm.
Oh, and that was the other thing I wanted to look into making.
Alright, so now all I gotta do is put the two vents
The thing on the thing and then the
outside.
thing.
So
Yeah, basically.
you put slot A into slot B, and then slot B into slot C, and then that should be good.
And slot D into slot Q, and yeah. I swear, some of the game sounds are loud as hell, and some of the game sounds like
Yes.
Yeah.
they're not even game sounds.
So, stationeers is very big about the environment. So the lower the pressure, the quieter things will be.
Right.
Because sound travels through the pressure. So if you're in 0.2 or you're at 2 kilopascals, which is like what, only 2% of
Not that much.
atmosphere, you're not going to hear a lot.
Yeah, that's
Meanwhile,
true.
if you're in the lifeboat, we're at half an atmosphere right now. Sound should be roughly what they would sound like.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm running out of air.
Everybody's running out of air.
I'm at 200 kilopascals.
In fact, I just reminded myself that I need to start working on atmospherics. I hate when I do that. I hate when you go to load the printer and you forgot to put the bar back, so it just keeps unloading.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, you making me a wind turbine?
I'm making the main base more wind turbines.
No. Okay, fine. You want food or not?
Honestly,
I
you
can.
got to get that food growing.
Well,
Yeah.
We only have like 3 more cereal bars.
Yeah. Well, I'm setting up the air filtration right now, so.
Oh, you want me to, or you want me to give me the sensor lenses and I'll go mine iron or something?
there you go.
Uh, power low. Oh.
I need my tablet back.
No, I don't know where your tablet went.
Put it in the locker.
Do you have your mining belt?
Yeah.
Do you still have your pickaxe in your mining belt?
Yeah.
Chuck the pickaxe and put your sensor tablet where the pickaxe was.
Ooh.
That's what I always do.
Oh.
Oh, I put it outside. That's what it was.
All right.
Hola.
Hey.
So I'm going to work on increasing our power through some wind, and then I'm going to start working on some atmospherics. Because has anybody looked at how much air we have left in the tank?
No.
None
Okay,
left. Like only like 2,000 megapascals or something. A little bit
Because
more.
one of the things that I didn't think about till just now is why they gave us additional food and water. They did not give us additional oxygen. For
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, normally you have enough oxygen in that tank that you can get to like day 30 without a problem. It's probably going to be day 20 where we run out of air unless we get started on something.
Oh shit. My filters. I'm down to 68%.
I'm down to 63.
75.
Mm-hmm.
So the CO2 is 94.6% at a 3.82 kilopascals. So we need more pressure.
Get a
And the
job!
temperature is
Wrong type of pressure.
just a little bit. A little bit. But why is the
Under pressure.
temperature is continually decreasing?
The pressure's decreasing? That's bad.
No, the temperature.
Oh, the temperature?
The
Yeah,
pressure is increasing, the temperature is decreasing.
the temperature is decreasing because it's negative 46 outside.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we need air conditioning then?
That's one way of doing it. Although, with the problem you're facing, heater would probably be better, but the heater takes power massively.
And a lot of power. Yeah.
So
Well,
if you guys
the
want to empty your waste tanks in here, would be great.
When it's like I already emptied my waste tank rather recently, but yes, I will be working at
Okay.
it.
Yeah, because we're at 4 kilopascals now.
I mean, you could do the ore scrubber, or not ore, air scrubber, the portable one. Take a little
That's not
tank
the
on it,
issue.
and
He needs
Yeah,
heat.
that's
He's
fine.
able to get the CO2. He needs
Yeah.
heat.
well,
But
getting the CO2 from
here's
the
the other
base would
thing.
get you heat. Oh, what about the?
He's got so many windows that room's gonna heat up.
Yeah.
What about the uh, fire sticks?
Flares?
Yes, that.
Yeah. Fire stick.
Well, I couldn't figure out the word, and
It's okay.
Nate's
Okay,
got
who
it.
wants
So.
Words
to
are
who wants to
hard.
run me
Words are hard.
through a basic how the fuck grow food? We got the hydroponic trays.
Make sure you give them water.
Okay, it's a liquid pipe. Got it. And then
And luckily,
just a
like
grow
we're
light or what?
with that much so grow
Windows?
light
Probably not.
throws wiki on tablet. Yeah, we keep trying to explain to him that the Stationpedia has all you need, but you know he likes to be told. He likes to be told what to do.
Yeah.
With all these
It's
windows,
easier hearing it.
so grow lights, and again you'll hear me. Grow lights are not strictly necessary, but they are a way to improve the efficiency.
Mhm.
Typically, I'm a dwarf at heart, so most of my bases have been subterranean. And
Mhm.
I've used grow lights, and I have a very simple program to run the grow light so I can get very good production out of my plants with a simple grow light.
Mhm.
Because one thing to know is your plants need rest. They need a downtime. They need darkness.
And the sun cycle is pretty good on that.
Yeah, if the sun cycle, if you're solely powered by the sunlight and you don't have anything blocking, the sun should be more than sufficient to give both light and dark.
Mhm.
You are a gnome at heart, not a dwarf. You're
Who's oxygen critical?
True.
your experiments
Mine.
are much more dangerous.
How'd you hear that?
Scourging.
Fuck. I was drinking water. Okay, so I need more liquid pipes.
We need more bigger cells, batteries.
Popepo. Minimum ideal grow temperature 20 degrees. Minimum grow pressure
Mm.
25. Minimum ideal grow pressure 50.
Oh, that's the wrong direction.
So this is going to take a while. We're at 4 kilopascals.
Oh, is it? It's still not working.
How do you drastically increase the pressure?
There's a few ways. Pump a shit ton of gas in,
On is
or
volatile. Ignite fuel mix. Ignite the room on fire.
but then you also have to deal with the pollutant.
Yeah.
Portable ear scrubber with the filter. Hmm.
Probably need more steel plates because I forgot how much you actually use building those things. Okay, so I'm gonna need 20 more. Uh, why is there no power to the base?
There's no power to the base.
Hydration critical.
That's no good.
Hunger critical.
I mean, that's literally what I'm trying to solve, so.
Fair. Well, my pickaxe is standing up.
Oxygen low.
Okay, so I have the hydroponic plant trays down. I just need two
Curious.
pipes, two liquid pipes to connect it to water.
Yeah,
And
oxygen is low.
then... Oh, we might be low on water.
You got an ice crusher?
No.
Probably should have that.
Yeah.
Because I do have 48 water ice.
I have 53.
I mean, we have like 6 filled water bottles over here.
Well, once we start running with plants, the plants use water as well.
I know. That's why I'm
Yes.
gonna make ice crusher.
And there is a way to basically make water.
Which I've done.
Yep.
Yeah, that whole, like, downstairs of the greenhouse, that's all to make water for the plants as well as, like, CO2 for it to breathe.
Where did the iron, gold, and copper go?
Well,
No
I
idea.
placed iron up on top, iron ore. And I'm
Well,
going for
that's
coal.
There it is. Iron,
And I suppose
copper.
next time I'll go for copper.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need a lot of copper and gold in a moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to run heavy cable for this.
Mm. I put the laptop in the locker up outside.
Okay, that's fair. have the sensor lenses.
which has been only small battery because don't have many large batteries.
Oh, so you took the large battery out of it?
Yeah, well, I had a small battery in the drill, and that wouldn't last long.
Power low. Oxygen low.
That'll get us 18 heavy cable. Limited by gold. And returning to Bill's comment about me being a gnome, I have the facial, like, I grow hair like a dwarf. Gnomes are very hairless, depending on the gnomes. Because I've seen gnomes that they're more like elves. In fact, my friend even pointed out that that's because at one point gnomes and elves were basically the same thing. You are a disguised gnome. I've been wanting to get back into forging iron. I just have to get my garage set up. I'm going to try to work on that Thursday. There we go.
Power low. Oxygen low.
So whoever has the iron,
It's in the
Upstairs.
part bender.
good, that's where it
Oh,
needs to be,
or
because we need to start making ourselves some CO2 filters for our suits.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
You two need it more than I do, because I've been smart enough to take off my suit when I'm in the life pod.
no, I'm just saving the air in the life pod.
Well, there's not much left. The oxygen is being used up prodigiously.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we can shut this off and save power. I can clean this up. Because we're going to move the deep miner downstairs, but we also need to wire it differently because we blew cables because we pulled too much power.
Do we have any sensor kits anywhere?
Nope.
Cool.
Actually, give a little bit more surge.
Okay, well, I got the ice crusher.
Oh, okay, I feel a little bit better. We have more food.
No,
We have more food.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be bringing it in.
Jeez.
And we technically have more water, too, but...
Who's oxygen critical?
Me, I was eating.
Because we've only been using what was in the drop pod. We weren't using what was out of the crates. So there's
So we
12,
got like one more
12
package.
2 more packages, and they're actually not packages but boxes. So we have 12 cereal bars, but only 2 water bottles. But we've already kind of addressed the water issue.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, and that is not enough iron. So back.
Just leaves you like with 0.5 grams of iron. There's iron in there.
But actually, stellite. Okay. What does stellite take? High temperature.
For the portable air conditioner, do I need anything to heat it besides the battery?
No.
Or does
You
it just
need
take a
a
while?
coolant, I think.
Wait, did he said portable
And
heater?
heat? No, portable air conditioner.
Yeah, you need a working gas and creative kind of
It was a liquid instead of a gas.
well, I'm using the word
And if
what,
I used it at all, then the canister would have exploded.
you did something where instead of it doing what it's supposed to, it just emptied the container.
Yeah.
Is that a more fair assessment?
Yeah.
Is there a way for us to pump into input? Oh, okay.
Do you have silicone creative?
No. I got gold.
All right. Hopefully there's enough silicone laying around the floor.
Oh. The battery just died. So I'm gonna have to come back anyways, so I can go for silicon next.
All right. Wrench.
Hmm. Temperature low. Pressure
that was me
critical.
again. How the fuck are you even hearing this shit?
I'm behind you.
At all times?
Yep.
Alright.
Did you not see me walking?
No. Peeks his head around the corner.
He's
Ah.
always watching.
Hmm. Oh.
Bye-bye.
And you wanted waste tank gas inside of there?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm setting up the ice crusher right now and resetting up the whole pipe network because yeah, no good.
So when you
Oh, now you
set up,
got pollutants in there.
Hmm?
You
I
used
got
the
what?
welder, so you got pollutants in there.
Oh.
Air tank low.
Yeah, I'm at 600. I'm at like
I mean, technically he
uh
had pollutants in there already because he never cleared the Martian atmosphere.
Hmm.
oh yeah, you're right.
There you go.
Yeah, there's 2% oxygen, 1.4% nitrogen, and 0.357% pollutant. 96.2% carbon dioxide.
Okay.
And we got an ice crusher that I will now be connecting.
What are you
Oh,
gonna do
so
for the gas that comes off the ice?
okay. Here's some silicon.
Where does that gas come from?
The
There's a different
ice.
gas port or pipe.
Connection, pipe, liquid. Ooh, pipe. Okay.
You have survived 18 days without dying.
What about magic? There's probably like what 16? Or wait, no, he hasn't died on this one.
Yeah,
He
I
died
didn't
on.
die in this.
He died in a single player where he could hide his shame.
Yeah.
Yes, precisely.
Oh, and fun thing, if you die, eventually your body will decay and you'll have a skull left behind.
A trophy.
Ooh, I like skulls.
And just so you all know, if you die, I am grabbing the labeler, labeling the skull with your name, and then we will construct a hall of shame. And yes,
Cool.
that will include if I die.
Nice.
Hmm. The on my single player world, the first death was because I streamed it. Is I
Hmm.
got I pretty much just ignore vitals like always.
Oh yeah, it's real
But
easy not to hear the thing yelling at you when you are in stream and you're having it where you can hear things differently, so you turn down certain volumes.
yeah, well, I was like showing my base and
All right.
oh, I should probably add that redeem. There are people talking about having a redeem for eat or drink for the player.
Yeah, that's one of the things I need to do at some point is we need to sit down and talk about how to set those things up.
Okay, so all I need is a
Yeah.
passive vent, and then I have the gas is going outside for the ice crusher, and the liquid's going into the water tank and into the hydroponics.
So, for the gases that come out of the ice crusher, I tend to like a pipe cowl.
What does that do?
It's like a passive vent, but you don't have to place it on a surface.
Oh yeah, that.
Well, I already have the
Passive
pipe
vent.
network set up. I just have to put the passive on.
I just thought I'd bring up the thing.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
Oh,
might as well.
normally pipes uh like explode at a certain pressure, but Mage tested.
Oh, yes. It's all about differential. So,
Mm.
if the outside pressure is higher, then the internal pressure can be higher. But that also means that if your external pressure exceeds the pipe limit, if the difference exceeds it, it can implode.
Mm.
And the thing that is real easy to forget about that you need to remember is that your character has a welding tank, and that welding tank has a pressure limit. And if you exceed the external pressure, your welding tank can implode and blow you up.
Oh shit.
And the tank on your jetpack can do that too.
Oh
Because
god.
when they were doing the game, they didn't think so. Like, I don't think they planned for some idiot to go through and hyper pressure everything.
Probably not.
Just be like oxygen not included and have like a station where you switch suit so you can go into higher pressure. Like an Atmo dock.
I
need
mean, we
food.
talked about doing that where you have increasingly set up airlocks so you cascade into much higher pressures.
Okay, so I set up the ice crusher, I put ice in it, and turn it on. Did I turn it on? Yeah, I turned it on. I put ice water in it. As I assume that is the ice that you need to
Hey,
crush.
Exo Bunny.
Water.
Yes, hello. And how is your day going?
Mm. Mm.
Boom, there it is. Yes, he is correct, but he will want to add a tank to hold nitrogen that will come out of the water as well. We talked about it, that he needed to manage it, and he just decided to go with a vent.
I was going to, but we just need the food. So we can set that up later. We just need
And
food.
it is important. Yes, you beat me to that. I was going to mention the ice crusher is actually misnamed. It's ice melter, and we
Yeah.
need to set up some logic so we can reprogram it so we just barely melt the ice as opposed to melt it and then warm it up to a high temperature. Although with the fact that it's
Okay.
going into our hydroponics, we might actually want to keep it at 20°C.
Mm.
We just brought iron back, right?
Oxygen
Oh.
low.
Yeah, I didn't put my helmet down.
So do you have the iron for filters? No.
I'm cooking it right now.
Ah.
So I'm at 46%. So I was like, yeah, I'll start making some.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh, I completely.
Wait. Did you not make?
Okay, come over to here.
Bunny, are you talking about the nitrogen that comes from water or the nitrogen that comes that's already in the greenhouse?
The nitrogen that comes from the water ice. That's what they're talking
Okay, yeah, no, I'm piping that outside right now.
about. We do want to actually keep the nitrogen because soy takes that.
Yeah, and I'm sure they fixed it before it didn't use nitrogen. That was a glitch.
All right, well, let me get.
Like consume it.
Let me. I mean, I just need to wait for the pressure to go up.
All right, I need one more Constantine. I'm trying to remember what Constantine is. I'm watching Chaos Commence. Yes. I'm of two. Like, I'll be honest, my brain is split because as much as I want to like warn him and guide him, part of me is wanting to cook up a pot of popcorn and watch the comedy ensue.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 4 good CO2 filters.
Copper, nickel.
Nice. Oh, and you want to put the
Go with the comedy. It makes for
like
better.
it uses the
You know,
filters
Bill,
left to
you will
right.
note that I am kind of staying in my little area, just letting him do his thing, and every time I hear something, I go and look through the window. So, yes, I have definitely subconsciously decided to go with the comedy route.
Hmm.
Air tank low.
Hey, I kind of wish I was recording when I blew up because it was funny.
I'm tempted by his choices already to just sit back and load my game and listen in. I will say that it is definitely much more interesting with Magic Gnome around.
Yep, you're welcome.
Power
Hey,
critical.
pretty much the only thing that you've
Thank you,
physically helped me
Bill.
with is the airlock.
Oh, you got the sub? No.
Yes. Alright, so what did I need for Constantine? I need 20 pressure.
Hmm.
Hey guys, watch out for him. Do me a huge favor. Back and hide. It's already on my agenda to do. But I need to get this atmospheric stuff up and running first.
Gets the train
Okay.
tool so he can bury it.
Did I pick the wrong things? Nickel and copper? Nickel and copper? Oh, 20, not 10.
So anybody have ice they want to come put in here?
I'm in the middle of a smelt, so I'll do that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, creative can tell you I actually like to have a full mini base set up as a lifeboat.
And I could probably, or I'm sure Mage probably knows this, but my starter base, I was still in it, and I was on like day like 6 or 500.
Oxygen low.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Hey, creative, you wanna check my work while you're in there? Oh my god.
But in fact, I'm very happy that I do the life pod thing. Oh, we're in a storm.
Yeah, I
Because
jumped out the door and got sent flying, and I was like, ah.
I like to leave the starting area and then build a better base elsewhere. And in my last game, that proved to be very, very good because I had a catastrophic failure in my atmospherics room. It blew all my gas tanks because it caused a cascade explosion. I am utterly shocked I did not die in that one. It blew holes in all the levels and took out my entire production chain. And had I not left my starter base, I would have been screwed. But I had an autolave set up.
And I had to recommend plugging in the refrigerator so it's
See,
food.
I love how intricate it is.
My first comment about this game was, oh, so it's just
It's like
a
Satisfactory on crack. I like calling it hardcore astroneer or
Uh-huh.
first person oxygen not included. Come on. Print faster. That's something else I've been told. Typically, people who play this game also play Space Engineer.
I do like
Yes,
some
I
good space
do love
engineering.
MIPS. Uh,
What's that?
MIPS, that's the coding language that we've been coding in.
Ah, okay.
And as my my buddy pointed out, it's technically an assembly language. Whoever was printing CO2 filters, your CO2 filters are ready.
Not me.
I imagine those are creatives then?
I had or Magic made 4, so with 4, and I grabbed just one, so I grabbed
Go
another
ahead
one
and
now.
go
I'm
ahead and
full.
grab as many as you want.
Can we save some iron for some pipes? Because I'm trying to make air. I have a atmospherics kit that I'm gonna do an air conditioning with.
Bill, I'm not 100% sure. I think it is kind of a cross. It is, in fact, a real MIPS assembly, but with some modification.
How many heavy filters are we gonna make?
This is going to be the last one for me.
I didn't even know there were heavy filters.
That's because I forgot to put the mod on the hydraulic pipe bender. So I put it on, and now we can make more. But we also had to have the proper metal, which we did not have at the time.
For the mod?
For the filter.
Oh.
By the way, I think Creative will want to hear this and understand it more than you will. We have 22 grams of stellite. So if there's anything you've been wanting to make that required stellite, we got it now.
No idea.
That is fair. Okay. And you know what? With all these dead filters, I know what we need to print. I need 20 iron and 10 copper. That's 4 iron. There's a storm.
Maybe you should
Okay,
shoot
the language is
the.
IC10, which is based on MIPS according to the wiki.
Mm,
They added a lot to it for game's sake. The batch bit and the reference specific object ID numbers, stuff like that they added within the last year, I think. In fact, now you can do bit registry shifting and stuff like that. Cows Are Evil just recently released a few tutorial videos on how to do the bit shifting and programming the logic sorter. I started watching it, but I didn't get very far. I wouldn't say I'm good with the code either. I can get stuff done,
Low pressure.
but it's not going to be pretty.
Temperature critical.
Yeah, that battery should be very charged with what's going on right now. In fact, oh, that's right. It's not actually going to do it because this thing's full. We all start somewhere. The last playthrough, I was very, very happy that I was able to start writing with hash name so I don't have to use pins. I had 3 deep miners feeding 10 centrifuges, and I had the centrifuges running on only 12 lines of code, where it would check each one. If it was full, it would open it. When it was closed, it would shut it. And then I had them run into a sorter. I had a silo for each ore type, and then from the silo, I had some IC chips that then kept a vending machine stocked with so much ore. Yep. Okay. Now that the storm is over, let's make some more iron. Yes, hydration. This one. And being able to add passive cooling loops to the end of another code without... Yeah. Oh. Oh, that feels so much better taking off that wrap. Oh.
I need one more passive vent.
Well, I'd recommend getting an assertive vent, but...
Hydration critical.
What?
I was trying to be silly. Hopefully you did not... Okay, you did. Before you give it to him, ask him...
No, it's for air conditioning.
Well, one of the points that they're trying to get to is with the ice crusher, we actually want to capture the gas and then
Well,
store it.
where do we make a gas tank? Because
The
if
pipe bender.
we make that, then okay.
Power critical.
iron. I do not remember.
Oh, that's
Does
steel.
this take any?
Did we make more iron, or are we currently making more iron?
Check the auto lathe.
Oh yeah. We got a little
It
bit of
will
iron.
blow up the tank. That's part of the learning. See, you shouldn't have said anything. I was being very quiet on that because I know you guys would enjoy the action of it. And I do not feel any guilt in it because he could have always asked, but he wasn't asking those questions.
What questions?
Exactly. Very first thing I blew up was a water tank. Then came the nitrous tank. Hey, I have no room to talk with blowing up tanks. I cannot place judgment as I, with 700 hours, blew up. Yeah, I blew up tanks. Yeah, that. Uh, that's sometimes fun to do intentionally.
I'm I'm gonna have to call it night. Actually, it means I have to wake up in like 4.5 hours.
Ooh.
Uh,
Yeah.
Taking a
So
shower.
treat me as a digital pet thing. You gotta
Oh.
press a button to feed in water.
Gotcha. Uh,
Yeah,
oh, I did that backwards.
and late start as well.
All right. We might have the material to build that.
Build what?
Cryotube.
Why you gotta wake up at 4 a.m.? Taking the cow over?
No,
So gotcha. Yeah.
gotta uh, well, yeah, I gotta connect the trailer, but it's not for the cow. It's for getting more calves, for bottle calves.
More calves?
Yeah.
Does the air conditioner need a filter on it?
The
Can't
air
really see.
conditioner does not need a filter.
Does it need anything besides the 3 vents
It
and power?
air conditioner. Uh, so here's the trick with the air conditioner. It technically doesn't need 3 vents. It just needs somewhere for the heat to go. And in your case, you're actually wanting to pull heat in.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if you look at the one for the life pod, there's no vent on the waste pipe. There's a radiator.
You mean the unfiltered pipe?
Are we
The
talking
where
about
the
an air conditioner, or are we talking about
air
a?
conditioner. So I'm talking about, because on the filtration, it has the unfiltered and the filtered, right? I can't see what
Okay,
the
okay.
pipe
I'm gonna pause
is.
you
Oh,
because
waste. Okay.
you're using certain words. Are you talking air conditioner? Or are you talking filtration?
Air conditioner.
Because you keep saying words for filtration.
Yeah, because I couldn't see what the vent was because I put it too close to the wall, so I couldn't see what name it was. But it's waste and then output.
Okay, yes, waste and output. One of the common errors that can be made is you go to place either a filtration or an air conditioner and you accidentally put the wrong one.
No, it's the right one.
So that's why I'm like, wait, you keep saying words for a filtration system,
Yeah.
but you are talking about an air conditioning, and I want to make sure you didn't make that mistake.
No, I did not.
Okay.
So I want a radiator on the waist.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good night.
Night.
Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get the cryo tube up before he gets off, so we'll just have to treat him as the top Chigama, or however you pronounce it.
Oh, I need like 3 more wires. Damn. I guess that allows me to come get a radiator instead. No, that's fine. It works.
But on the plus side, we'll have it set up for when he does return if this happens again.
Mhm.
All right. Didn't think so, but I had to try.
Type radiator, medium radiator, or large extendable radiator.
Common response. The small is doable, but each one adds efficiencies but costs more.
Well, we have the 10 steel, 10 infrared, 10 copper for the large extendable radiator.
I would advise against the large extendable radiator with your skill set.
So medium radiator.
Medium should be in your ability.
Cool. Okay, your cryo tube is done.
Oxygen low.
Okay. I got a lot more work to get the electronics printer, because I've never used this before, but I mean, I tried using it once with the chicken, but it doesn't work for chicken.
Damn, literally everything is in here. All I need is copper. Damn. I tried. Can you make me 3 watt cable?
Oh, you should have just asked, because boom, there you go.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
All right. No, it just says, the medical analyzer just says that he has body no damage and organs not found.
He has no organs?
I'm reading what it says. Body no damage, organs none found. Now, I imagine that has to do with no organ damage. In fact, if you come
Oh,
back
probably.
in here and screen me, we can figure that out, because I do have something wrong with me.
Oh yeah, give me 1 second to connect this air conditioner.
All right. Guessing when he starts taking damage from no water, he'll start making noise. I'm kind of hoping that's the case, but at the same time, what if we're not in the room when that happens? Uh, well, he's fed. And he's watered. Good boy. Good boy. All right. So
So the radiator goes inside, right?
outside.
Oh, to heat. So you put the radiator on the input.
You put the radiator on the waste.
And how does that heat the inside?
For some temperature differences, it can take the heat from the outside and move it inside. And why you're going to be, but it's negative 40 outside, it's technically like 230 Kelvin outside.
Mm.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, top off my food and water so that way when I get low, I know he's low.
Okay, we're at 9.8 kPa, 67.6% CO2,
9.8.
97.6.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're at 9.8 kPa, 97.6% CO2.
Steel. Steel.
So I need to put a frame outside, put the radiator outside. Do I need to connect? Oh, so you connect the waste and the input to the radiator.
You connect just the waste. The input comes from the room you're trying to warm or cool, and the output goes to the same spot.
But I only have to connect one side of the radiator to the waste.
Oh, I believe the answer is yes, but typically from the input
You
and
just
output
connect it
of the
back to the waste.
radiator, I do make a loop just to be safe.
Okay. So
I'm sorry, I
waste
thought you.
comes in, waste from radiator goes back into the waste pipe.
Yeah.
That's going into the radiator.
Yeah. Because the whole point is you want that to be exchanged with the environment.
And then input and output on the air conditioner is
Goes to
inside the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you need to actually reference which inputs and outputs you're referring to since we're talking about multiple things. All right.
Do you have any iron frames?
Nope, I have 0 iron frames.
Cool.
I've been using steel frames.
I just need one to place the radiator. That's it.
I am looking at expanding the life pod.
Fair enough.
Ooh. Okay. Where'd you need the frame?
Oh, I already placed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Pastuber had already started to address it. He just got sidetracked and didn't finish.
Oh, you're trying to expand that room.
Yep.
Oh, medium radiator or medium convection radiator?
Convection.
Okay.
Because we are in an atmosphere, so we can use convection.
Get on the freaking frame. Goddamn.
No. I argue the opposite. Past Tuver was actually looking out for future or current Tuver. He just got distracted, and current Tuver kind of forgot.
Oh, I need more pipes. God damn. You got any pipes?
Nope. So,
Yeah.
inquiring minds for anybody who knows the answer to this question. Right now, creative is he's a liability, for lack of a better word. I'm trying to get a cryopod because, like, that is kind of the intention of the cryopod is for exactly this situation where creative needs to go offline, but we're still playing. Is there any way for me to get him into the cryopod without his consent?
Push him.
Doesn't quite work that way.
Damn, unfortunate. I tried. That's as helpful as I'm gonna be.
I do wonder. Get fuzzy cuffs. Does Puma have this game? Because I know Puma would be totally loving that idea. No. That again, if it was that simple, I would have thought of that. This is my first time playing multiplayer. I do wonder if we knocked him out.
Oh wait, no.
If he became unconscious, could I then put him in the cryopod? Which, if that is the case, what we can do is we could push him into a corner, build a temporary wall around him. To the corner. Solid point. I haven't tried it in multiplayer because I believe it doesn't work anymore. It's in the security printer, I believe. Let me see if it's able to be printed in the tool printer. Actually, I have a better idea. It's in here. Gun. Spray gun, handgun, flare gun. Security printer. But if I remember correctly, that was an abandoned feature of the game, and it really doesn't do anything. Admittedly, the only thing I've tried to use it on is chickens. But... Alright. That is a bit of a dilemma, too. Alright. It kind of does. I watched a hubby-wife play together on the tube. Okay, and I think I know exactly which couple you're talking about because I thought I saw them kind of play together as well, but I honestly didn't get very far.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember their name. Can't remember it off the top of my head because my brain's trying to focus on this next task. And also, all the filters on the ground is getting on my nerves. That's actually a good filter. We don't need all these water bottles, but we'll do the water bottles next. Yes! What was it? Panic and Die is his name? Straight up, I admit I am not great with remembering names. Yeah. My wife joins me for the Sunday stream I do with my niece, but she's relatively nice. My niece, oh, that is comedy to watch my niece, because like we're currently doing Subnautica on Sundays, and I'm letting her navigate, and Puma watches just to watch her fail with the navigating. All right, your radiator's not finished. You need a oh, I don't have any still sheets on me. But I know where to steal one.
Okay, so we are currently at 10.8 kPa.
All right. 10.8, we got a ways to go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I also need... Oh, okay, I got a cable. With a welding for... not a screwdriver. So how do you
I
know if
played with
the
one guy
air
long
conditioner is working?
before they broke multiplayer and had him redo the whole game to fix it. Ah, you messed with the door. This was when I first played. I knew nothing. Ah, so you very much sympathize with Gnome.
Your... So did you complete the radiator then?
Yes.
I assume? Okay. Thank you. I am currently falling into the hole out here.
Now make it easier to pipe the waste gas out when we're done. Yeah, because he wrote a furnace code that worked perfectly fine with hot and cold tanks for a basic furnace. I've thought about doing that, but I usually just jump to the advanced furnace because you can make the super alloys. You can't make the advanced alloys in the regular furnace. Yeah.
Okay, so now all we have to do is connect the air conditioner. Is there a way to set the temperature
On the air conditioner, yes.
with what data chip?
You don't even need a data chip.
Oh. Probably just put it in a bad place.
Yes, you did.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's turn this sucker on. And start it. And it should just naturally be set to 20. And notice how the room's getting hotter.
Oh yeah, 11.7, 12. All right. And
So
we're at
so
11.8 kPa.
so I'm sure the rest of the chat's wondering how long before he notices why it's actually getting warmer.
Because of this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
So once it's hot enough, then the air conditioner will,
Cool it down.
and it'll keep it at 20
Yes.
roughly. Okay. Cool.
Uh
Yeah, I was just gonna use a flare, but this works too.
provided the amount of heat that these windows generate don't exceed what it's capable of cooling. Because the big question that I do not know the answer to
I mean, it
is
is a medium.
you did not put any working gas into the pipe though.
How do you do that?
Easiest way is to take one of these vents and put it on the pipe network outside and get gas in there because you need a working gas.
All right, so I can do that because I have 3 more passive vents because I accidentally made like 5 of them. I also have a pipe meter apparently.
Oh, that's useful.
Should I put it on the waist or what?
Whichever one you want to monitor.
Air tank critical.
All right, so he made one pipe meter apparently, and not intentionally.
Yeah, no, not really intentionally.
Yes, he has so much to learn. And again, I'm torn between my natural desire to mentor him and my desire to just watch the comedy ensue. And again, we've seen which way I've been leaning.
Yeah.
Oops.
Was it good that I made a pipe meter?
Yes.
Just would have been better intentionally.
Yes.
Okay, well I have a passive vent on the waist.
You will learn more by the accident than by. Yes. Alright. Let's see if we still have enough heat. Oh, that's right. I have. Yeah, let's try this. And let's hope I don't kill creative in the process.
So just adding a passive vent will give it gas?
It will
Work?
pull the gas from the atmosphere.
Cool.
I remember I kept building things, and when things went awry, I would rebuild it and watch carefully. Yep. Alright.
So do we now have more pollutants in here? Oh, no. Not really. A little bit.
Oxygen critical.
We're at 14.8 kPa. I'm guessing that the pressure regulator is supposed to be on a pipe that goes outside. like an offshoot of the
Okay.
intake.
Your statement of pressure regulator is kind of how do I say this politely? Nonsensical, because there's multiple uses for a pressure regulator, so it's not as simple as, oh, it just goes here. There is no straight answer like that.
Mm. Also, it's now 78 degrees Celsius in here.
That's too hot. So you
It's
need
the
to
furnace.
attach pipes to the outlet of that furnace and provide a vent so you can vent all that gas outside.
I don't have enough pipe. I only have one pipe.
Well, there's a solution to that. It's called make more pipe.
Yep. Does it have to be on both outputs or just one?
There's only one output for gas.
Oh. Well,
One's an input, and then there's a liquid one that isn't used. I noticed you forgot a key part of that recommendation.
Wow, you really did expand.
You said pipe and vent. Yep. Alright, now I've also made myself into a bit of a problem. Well, classic solution. Alright. Well, I'm very curious to see how he solves the problem.
Which problem?
Power low.
The problem of getting the gas out of the furnace.
Oh. I don't really count that as a problem.
And chat is also looking for how you solve that problem.
Oh, I'm on the roof.
Oh, not. Ah, no. Pull. Alright. So.
There we go, it's working.
All this time Creative spent up here, and he did not pay attention to repairing the solar panels.
So I'm guessing pressure regulator goes from the filtered output that goes into the room, connecting it to the unfiltered output with the regulator on that pipe that connects the two. Is that right?
So, I'm not sure why you want to use a regulator. I would use a pump to pump the waste out.
Heh.
So, you have pressure regulator. Then there's the
Hmm.
pump, and then there is the turbo pump. I would recommend using a pump to make sure that the waste is pumped back outside.
A volume pump?
Yes.
So I would take a vent connected to a uh that's what it was. I was getting too hot.
Even just a regular valve would have worked for what it is. Would you like to use a lifeline? Would you like to poll the audience?
Sure.
Go ahead and ask the audience.
So pump goes from a active or a active or passive vent. Oh, we are out of air.
Alright, that's what I was working on, but I needed the space, and okay.
Yeah, we're out of air. So I have no air in my tank. I have 137 kPa in my tank.
Well, had someone set up the ice crusher in a practical way, we might have been able to do it a bit easier. Okay.
Mm.
Iron sheet. There's the iron sheet. Cable coil.
Damn, my phone died. That's why your stream was not on.
Ah.
I plugged my phone in.
Oh. Nailed it. What? No active vent is a pump. Yeah.
So if I take a vent from inside that is connected to the unfiltered output with a pump connected before it connects to the output pump to output pipe and set it to a desired
Oxygen low.
pressure, will that keep the pressure at whatever I set it to? It appears we ran out of power.
So, when you get a moment, can you run outside, go on the back side of my filter thing, and shut off the pipe heater? I will just wait for the silicone.
I have minimal air, but yes.
I said when you get a chance. I am working at getting us air.
So you want the pump, the pipe heater off?
Yes. That's using a lot of power.
It's off.
I was hoping our many, many, many wind turbines would have helped, but clearly not.
Oxygen low.
Hey, I didn't want to waste the air. Oh, did you make another ice crusher?
Yes.
Oh, okay. One for the air and then one for the actual crops.
Well, this is a quick setup to get our air up and running again.
All right. I stand in corner.
What? I don't know if I want to know.
Oh.
Oxygen low.
For someone who said you're going to stand in a corner, you're running around quite a bit.
I know. I'm trying to get the pump to where I can just once we get the power, I can just turn it on and it'll make the pump. You should have just said you needed pipe. I got 6 pipe.
I thought I said I needed pipe, but okay.
Oh,
Alright. Unfiltered.
well, that's pipe.
Can you make me a nitrogen filter?
Yes, sir.
And you said you have pipe? Let me...
I don't know where that went, but
What?
just a regular nitrogen filter.
Regular nitrogen filter.
Did you get the pipes?
No.
Where the hell did they go? Aw. I just put 6 pipes out of my inventory.
Check your hands.
Not in my hands. What?
No, not a. I want to passive that.
Not my jetpack. Huh. Well,
I
okay,
just don't
apparently
know
we
why
lost 6 type.
anyone would put a pump on active vent.
No, on a passive vent. But is that how I would do it?
That is a way to do it.
Is there a more efficient way to do it?
Yes. Of course, the answer to that
What
is
would
almost always
say?
yes.
What would the efficient way that I would be capable of doing without blowing something up be?
Currently, I am trying to solve an immediate problem and do not have the bandwidth to process that request.
Fair enough. I was literally just gonna say we now have 0% power because that was my last battery. Actually, we have a small battery.
Hydration critical.
All right. I don't know why.
Fair enough. But we
Yeah.
do need food, so
Yeah, item. Okay. And let's see here. Did I do this right?
well, that was the last of my power. So
All right. It's not as. It's not ideal.
Power critical.
We are. Oh, that's what happened.
power.
Uh, go run this to. Well, we gotta get creative out of the airlock. I don't know how. You pushed him into the airlock, and now I can't get him out.
Well, teamwork.
What just?
I think you just lost power.
Yep. In fact, I just noticed something more important.
Power critical.
Yep.
But I don't. It's messed up if we let him die.
Yeah. Alright, you're just gonna push him out that way?
It's a thought.
It would work, yeah.
There. Okay.
Cool, now wait, where is he? Oh, you pushed him over there in that corner?
Power off. And get ready to
Oxygen critical. Low pressure. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
oh, thank goodness. Um Ah.
How do we see how much pressure, how much air we actually have?
That's Right now
the
we're at
network.
310 kilopascals, but we have 797 moles.
Damn.
Actually, it's not that many. It's only 700. Like, most things are measured in kilomoles, so.
Hmm.
And that was the last of the oxite that I had.
Mm, I have nitrite.
Nitrite is not what we want. We want.
No, I know.
Oh, wait, I know where I got power. There we go. Let's go find some more oxite.
Oxygen critical.
I do not like digging immediately next to the base because then that just makes holes that we fall in. Like so. You'd think this would be enough wind turbines to keep us going, but no, we're doing too many things.
Oxygen low.
I used to hate holes because I'd always want to eventually make and program Amy's and still have. I have never used an Amy. I keep wanting to, and he did leave this Insta glasses where I could use it. Damn it, that would have been useful a little bit ago, but c'est la vie. All right.
That's what that thing was. Okay, I was wondering how you was seeing all the ores everywhere.
Hunger caution.
All right. You said you had a pressure regulator?
Outside, yeah, in one of the containers.
Please go get it.
I don't have much air right now. I also have no power. I was waiting for battery to charge here, so I can take that, charge that one.
Oh yeah, and
There
I'm
you go.
curious. How many people in chat do not know what the button G does?
I should spam it, shouldn't I?
I always bring it up because it's such a useful command and so many people don't know it. Because, like, you see how I have the cable in my hand? A lot of times you'd scroll and you'd use F to put it away, but I don't want to put it there. I want to put it in my tool belt. And look at that, it went to my tool belt.
Huh.
It will put it in the most available, appropriate slot.
Do we have any electrum or more steel by chance?
I do not know. I have lost track of that with everything that's been going on.
Cool. We do have some electrum. You don't by chance have 10 steel in your inventory, do you?
I do not have any in my inventory. Okay, there we go. And 10.
Alright.
10 kPa. Okay.
So can I fill my
Q throws. Alright, so
Airtime critical.
did this right.
It's 700 kPa.
What the label maker confirm. I'm so used to confirm being on the left, not the right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you see how the highlight is moving around? F will move it to that highlighted square. You'll see the highlighted square is on my mining tool, but if I push G, it just goes to the next appropriate slot. I'll get to, let's see here. So, do you have your gas sensor thing looking? If you come over here, I'll teach you something. So, you'll see that in the small tank, we have 714 kPa.
Yes.
That will not last us long in our tanks.
No.
But if you look at my tank that's filling up, it's already at 2.8 megapascals. This is the use for a pressure regulator. Oh, this is one of the uses for a pressure regulator. Because we have a very large volume in this gas tank. So a lot of gas doesn't put a lot of pressure on the tank. But if we want to put it to a smaller volume with a higher pressure, but we don't want to blow the tank or the canister, we put the pressure regulator, we put it below the max limit, and then let it go, and it will fill up.
Okay, so then how does this work over here? I assume that when I turn it on, there'll be a number here, and I can increase and decrease.
You don't even have to turn it on. If you just look at it, it has increase and decrease. Right now you have it as volume 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. But what does that do?
It,
Because I would have to manually do this.
no, what do you mean manually do it?
Because I'm trying to keep the pressure in the greenhouse to where the potatoes can grow, and not it keep continually going up with the filtration. Because it's just going to continually go up, right? It's not going to stop at a certain point unless I turn the machine off.
That's typically how most people do it. Is they just shut off the machine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because once you reach the appropriate pressure, the pressure is going to maintain as long as the temperature is maintained. It will
Mm-hmm.
convert the CO2 into oxygen,
Mm.
and eventually we will go in and pipe it so that way it regulates the pressure continuously, where it will pull out gas and then bleed pure CO2 back in. But that can be done differently.
Mm. So our air tanks are gonna last so much longer now because we can fill them up so much higher, right?
Yes. At this point, we are really good for oxygen.
Cool.
Because, like, you will see, I'm at 7 megapascals in
Yeah.
climene, but that's only taking about 200 moles of oxygen.
Damn. And we got
And
what, 1,000 or some shit?
1,620.
Yeah.
And all
Damn.
we have to do to refill this is to get oxite and throw it in
Yeah,
the
and put it in
sky.
the.
Now,
Nice. Right.
we do have to remember that we're going to have to contend with the nitrogen building up in this base, but that's actually a fairly easy thing to solve.
Filtration going outside.
Actually, at some point, I'm going to make tanks for each of the gases, and we're just going to put them in storage tanks.
Fair.
And
When you get the oxygen, cause you're the smelting guy, can you get me 10 steel so that I can make the wind turbine over there? So we have
are we already out of
actually good
steel?
turbine. Well, we have 10 of the 20 steel. I just need 10 more steel. Unless
Okay,
there's
so
some other place that has steel.
oh, I've been making it in batches of 200. That's why I'm like, are we out of steel? And I have to
Oh.
contend with I kind of made a bonehead move when I enclosed this with the thing. We do have to remember that. Because now the ice will melt in my hand and contaminate this breathable environment. So I kind of did something stupid, and I'm trying to think how to get around it. And wow, we really did put him in a corner timeout.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Wow, this thing is filling fast. Jesus.
Okay. So he's good and fed. Now we just have to water him. Alright.
So, even if the person disconnects, they're still connected until the host disconnects.
Yep.
Huh.
Which is why, on the last stream, I made a very solid point of, hey, I want you all in a nice, breathable, safe environment before we disconnect.
That's why. That makes sense.
Power low.
So
Yeah.
here in probably like 10 minutes, I should be able to plant the potatoes. once the temperature is good over there, which I can now go check because I have
No.
power and I have air.
I see what. Well, actually, you have a. Oh, it's too. We need to put more gas into that pipe. So, what we can do is with that pump of yours, we can do the whole passive vent pump to this pipe network in your radiator so we can prime.
Oh, we're out of power. Gotta put coal.
I'm wondering, where's all the power going?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because, like, we're not running the deep miner. We shut off the centrifuge and the recycler. Wait, I'm going to double check something. Like, I want to trust you, but... Okay, and my trust was valid.
What?
I was looking at whether you did, in fact, shut off the pipe heater.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I want to trust you, but we're having power concerns.
Yeah.
Ah,
Fair.
whoa, that is it. Did you dig straight down, or was that creative?
Probably creative. The furthest I've dug was like 20 feet.
I found a hole where it just went straight down.
Yeah, that would have had to be creative.
All right, are you saying the base has no power?
No, I have no power. So I had to put coal, which is why I need that 10 steel for the
Okay.
the wind turbine.
What? You had no power because you have power.
I put coal in the coal
Okay.
generator, but once
That's
that
why.
coal runs out, then I'm out of power.
By the way, don't
Huh.
make the same mistake Creative did. Your solar power panel has taken damage
Oh.
because we have storms, and storms affect solar panels, which is why, like, I forget who in chat said it, because we've had a very active chat, and I'm very thankful for the active chat. They were talking about how they don't use solar panels because it's so much maintenance because you have to repair them from the storm. They just
Oh
go with
my
wind
god.
power.
Makes sense, yeah.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so the
And
temperature is not going down because we don't have much gas in here, right?
yes, that was what I was trying to say.
Cool.
So what I would do is I would run power out here, and I wouldn't put the pipe there or the vent there. I'd put the vent over here, attach a pipe, put the pump, and then another pipe. So that way you can force the air from the atmosphere into there. Now you got to put the pipe or the pump there. You can't attach the pump directly to a vent.
Okay.
It's one of the nuances of the games that can be annoying sometimes.
Give me that shit. So this way.
I shouldn't have gone away quicker.
Oh. Whatever.
Yes.
Cool. Then I just need do you have any more cables? Or no, probably not.
I have one cable.
Yeah, me too. So can we get that 10 steel and then I can make the wind turbine? And then be good for power over there for a while.
Alright. How am I going to do this?
So as much as I want to learn, can you just help me get the food going? And then I'll learn how to like maintain it and shit. because we do need food.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you help, then we get food. If you don't help, I blow stuff up, and
I
then we still
don't
don't have food.
disagree with you. However, I don't know if you notice, I've been trying to solve other problems that we've created.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
case in point. Okay, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to help you wire that, or do you want me to get your steel?
I can wire it. I just need the steel for that.
Because right now I'm trying to get it where we can actually do the steel again.
Mm.
Do you have a spare active vent?
I have a passive vent.
Oh, yes, passive vent. That's what I wanted.
Oh, on this side.
What? Alright. Do you have a spare pipe?
Got 8 of them.
I really did fuck this.
Ow.
Because the simple solution would be to put a door right there. But it's right where I put the filling station.
Hmm. Well, we both have enough air for right now. You can change that. I mean, I got 3,500 kilopascals. I decided not to fill it all the way, because, yeah.
Yep.
What?
They're like perfect placement. Yep. Perfectly entertaining.
We do have to move this daylight sensor for the
Where'd my wrench
solar
go?
panel.
Can you do... Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, this is the advanced furnace. I was wondering what the fuck this thing was.
Yep.
I was like, damn, this is a fancy, like, air compressor type thing.
I mean, technically, in a way.
Yeah. It's air and everything else compressor.
Alright, do we have more copper, or did we use the last of our copper?
I literally just put it in here.
Oh, okay.
Because I assumed that's where you wanted it, because you were staring at the
Yes.
machine.
But you had it. That was the key thing.
No, it was on the ground, and I picked it up, and then right when you went, that's when I put it in the machine. Right when you were, like, pissed off that we didn't have any more copper. Is this pressure regulator here for a reason?
Yeah, because I didn't have space in my inventory.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's fair. I like how we just have a dump back here.
Iron sheet.
I hide. Damn, it's 11:30?
Yep. No, I can't fit.
What? Why? Oh, you can't fit.
Oh, I know how to fix this.
Oh.
I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this.
Add a door and add walls.
This, after all, this was a temporary setup just to save our butts.
You dropped your range.
Oh, I found the pipes.
1, 2, 9. We have 12 pipes on the ground.
It went into the printer.
Oh. Wait, you can just throw things and it'll go in?
Yeah, well, yes and no. It takes the slot. It doesn't go in. It just takes up the slot. Angle grinder. There we go. Just had to overcome my YouTuber blindness. And hand drill. And then we want to go wire cutters. That actually will be useful, but right now, okay. So, do you still have that pump with you?
No, it's out there. It's attached to the passive vent.
Well, did you leave it running, or are you just waiting for cable?
I was just waiting for cable.
Do me a favor, run and go get it.
Alright, fine, as long as you reimburse me.
Well, I'm gonna give it back. Just... Oh.
Oxygen low.
Hey, waiting critical. Shut the fuck up. I'm jumping. Here you go, my good sir.
Alright. Grab the actual old oxygen tank. Boom. Get you out of the way for now. And boom. Alright, we are transferring the oxygen from the good size storage tank to this portable tank that we started with.
Ah. And then
I can disassemble
we'll
this
just
and set it back up so that way I can use the advanced furnace. I need to get to the point where I have a pre-mixed fuel, which we already have, hint, hint, wink, wink, but I have to have a way to inject it into the system. And I do not think I would be getting that tonight.
Are you going to bed in half hour?
Yep. Oh, about 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, this is definitely going to also have more pressure in it because it has about 15% of the volume. of the larger tank.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Which means that pressure is going to be 15 times.
Yeah. I'm gonna check and see how the temperature's doing over there.
That's fair. I'm
Last
going
I
to keep
checked, it
an
was at
eye on the
85.
pressure and make sure that we don't accidentally blow this because I have done that before. And it would be very bad for this to blow up in here. Particularly since it's
Yes.
right next to a fuel tank.
Hmm. Well, that's why I'm glad I left.
Power critical.
No, no, we do not currently have a backup autolave. It's on the agenda to make. In fact, why we're waiting, because that pressure's safe at the moment.
76.6 and a 21.4 kPa. Ideal pressure is 25. Well, minimum ideal 25 kPa. And what you're doing currently is for to get more steel, right?
Yes. It's to get more of everything.
Yeah. Okay, what's the ideal? Rotate it. Minimum ideal grow temperature. That's fine. Oh, minimum ideal grow pressure is 50 kPa. Minimum grow pressure is 25. Yeah, we gotta increase the pressure drastically.
Yeah. I've added a contribution.
What, ice?
No,
Oh.
of my waste tank.
Oh, cool. Appreciate.
Although I am going to go kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, so we're just about at the minimum grow. Do we want to get to the minimum ideal grow before we plant?
Yes.
I mean, we need to get the temperature down, but we have to more than half the temperature and double the pressure.
And I'm going to go to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I what's hmm. Oh. 48.2 pressure, 46.
Oh, we're going to have to
Oh,
wait for
49
everything to
pressure.
stabilize.
Yeah. Okay, we're at 49 pressure, 46.5 temp. So we need a little more for the pressure.
And
Never mind. We're at 52.6 for pressure.
oh yeah, that's the other thing about building a large airlock is,
Oh, the pressure differential?
yeah, when you cycle it, it takes all that
Yeah.
volume and puts it back into the base.
Hmm. Yeah, so we just need to get the temperature down. We're at the ideal, minimum ideal growth pressure. But we need to get down 20 degrees, give or take.
I was going to say, what idiot dug this shaft, but that idiot would have been my deep miner.
That's cool how you can see all the ores.
Mm-hmm. I love this device.
Oh, it's cool as hell.
Oh, wait till I we get the T scanner.
Oh god, what's that do?
Lets you see all your utilities.
Oh,
So like, you know how you have wires behind walls and stuff like that?
yeah.
Yeah, it lets you see all that. Which, when you properly build the base and you have walls hiding all your wires, it's very useful to find all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're at 40% CO2 now.
Yeah, that's fine. You
Oh,
only
what's
need
the
one, it's
deal?
just the higher it is, the better.
Oh, okay.
But when we get, like, one of the tricks to do, and unfortunately right now we don't have mushroom seeds. Mushrooms breathe in oxygen and convert it to CO2. So I typically try to balance my plant load with mushrooms.
Mm. Okay, we need to go down about 8 degrees.
Oh. Yeah, it's that pressure that's making this thing not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day we started with mushrooms, and I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, because we're at 70, we're at like 75 to 80 kPa for pressure and 35.5 temp. Max ideal temp is 30. I mean, I guess we can now breathe in here.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Is there any coal nearby? Yep. I will be happy when we get the composter up and running, and then the H2 combustor, and then the Stirling generators, so that way we can actually start making decent power that's reliable.
Mm.
Okay.
But did I do everything else right with the water
Uh,
for the plants for hydroponics?
I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't looked at it.
Uh,
Right now, I am printing off cable
Oxygen low.
so we can increase the pressure on your working gas so your air conditioning actually does something.
Yeah. It's at 2.82 kPa.
All right, so if you look at the AC thing, it's got a little access panel that's very hard to see because of how you placed it, but you
Yes.
can look at it. And you'll see that due to the pressure differential, you have a 0 efficiency.
Oh. Nice.
I'm going to work at fixing that. Wait, that's the pressure regulator, not the pump. I mean, technically, it will work. All right, I need you to link it to the power.
Wire cutter.
All right.
90%, 20%, yeah. Yeah, it's going down slowly. So do we want to pump out the nitrogen and the pollutants out of this room, or what?
Eventually, yes.
What doesn't matter for the potatoes?
What's their percentage?
7.25% nitrogen, 0.03% pollutant.
That's fine. In fact, nitrogen, we will actually want nitrogen in our greenhouse
Okay.
because soy consumes nitrogen.
Mm.
If left unchecked, it will delete all the nitrogen.
Ah.
But what you do is you get your hands on the switchgrass seeds. You grow switchgrass, which is thrown into the composter,
Which makes which
which
then makes
makes
nitrogen.
volatiles and nitrogen.
Ah. So how do we want to do the pressure regulation?
We don't need to worry about that at this time. It
Cool.
will be a future project, because one of the future projects is we just need an atmospherics regulation room. And what we'll do is we will pipe to that room.
Pipe it everywhere, and then pipe things out to all the other rooms.
Yes. And
That
what it will do is we can slowly pump gas. Like, we can set a pressure regulator where, like, let's just say 90 kPa is the pressure we put it at. Anything above that, it shoves it down the waste line to the processing center. And the processing center then feeds in the gas blend that we need in. So it will feed in the gas, pushing it above that 90 mark. So it will constantly cycle the gas. So it will, by doing it that way, you maintain the pressure you want, and you also maintain the concentration you want. All right, now let me take a look at your water setup. Yep, water setup is fine.
Cool. So the only thing that we need,
my recommendation
to do now is wait for the temperature to go down.
Start with one potato.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Keep the other two seeds in standby and just do it that way. And let me see here. Organics. Potato. Maximum grow. We can grow it right now.
Max 30. Isn't it at 33 though? Right now, currently?
We can grow it right now. It won't grow ideal. It's not at its ideal growth, but probably by the time you do it, it will be.
Potato. We are going to split one.
Am I reading that right? Let me just double check to make sure. Yeah.
What do you do with the deep miner? I literally just noticed it's gone. Oh, did we get steel by chance?
No. I got distracted
Okay.
checking because you asked me to validate your setup,
True. You're right.
and I even said, all right, what's more important at this point? And you're like growing food, and I'm like, fair.
Yeah. Okay. So, plant. Yes, right now. Right?
No, I can't see what you're doing. I'm in the airlock.
But you want me to plant.
Yes, plant one, and then look at
Yeah.
it with an empty hand and see what it says.
The potato is thriving toward fruiting.
That is exactly what we want to read.
Cool.
Alright, so I need to find oxide since I basically used all mine getting. Alright,
Okay, so then the next
there's a better source
business
right
matter is gonna be we're not using power. We're making more power with the wind and the solar, but I only have the small solar or small wind and a damaged solar. So I think
Duct
next,
tape. Duct tape can help you repair your solar.
yes, but that still doesn't change the fact that I need more power to be more confident in the power at night, which means I need that 10 still.
Yep, which is
That was
what
it.
I'm working at.
Perfect. But it is midnight.
That is fair.
So if you want, I'm gonna probably be up another hour or something. I gotta be up at like 10. So I gotta try and force myself to fall the fuck asleep.
Get
I'm going to
to
lunch with
the
my parents.
life
Oh,
pod.
man. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oxygen low. Hunger caution.
Off. Open helmet. Take off. Take off.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. You've been a great audience, and we will see you next time.